Good morning. Look at my tie-dye t-shirt. I think I showed it a couple days ago, but this is how it turned out. I added a little bit white here because it wasn't really obvious that it's hard, so now it is. And it's finally sunny. And I hope that rainy days are over. Please, please. I feel weird. I feel scared and sad and I want to cry. Last night I wanted to cry, but I wasn't able to. And it's so weird. But I need to cry. Crying is important. I think I'm crying often during those morning diaries. So probably I will cry again. I hear mosquito. I killed it. Yes. It was right in my nose. I hope it didn't bite me here. Living in Asia, you get incredible skill of killing mosquitoes. I can even do it like this. Sometimes. Proud of myself. What can I say? Yesterday I painted. I went to the art show and met many cool people. And sometimes I forget how much attention I get because I dress up very colorful, like I do colorful makeup. Oh my god, I forgot to brush my hair again. And I feel uncomfortable. Like I want to wear my colorful clothes. I want to look like a fairy, but I just don't want people to be weird about it. Like, yes, that's fine, you know. I don't know. It's always been like this. Like I started to get tattoos when I was 18, and by the age of 20, probably 2, I got the sleeve, the legs with dinosaurs, one leg with dinosaurs. And I got so much attention in Russia, but it was really negative attention. Like, man was like coming to me and saying like, you're a woman, you shouldn't have tattoos. And old ladies were like, it's horrible that you have tattoos. And I hated it so much. But I wanted to look how I want. I feel like in Bangkok nobody really pay attention, and here in Da Nang there are not so many people who look like me, and people are weird about it. Like yesterday when I went to get some groceries, one Russian man came to me and he started to speak Russian with me, like kind of assuming that I'm Russian. And I know that like you can say that someone is Russian by their very unhappy face, and I still have Russian unhappy face, like you just can't tell, no matter how colorfully I'm dressed. And he started to tell me like, oh, you look so pretty, but it was kind of like ew. And then he's like, I'm talking to you. Like I didn't pay attention at all. And he's like, oh, you're not Russian? And like again, I didn't even look at him, and I was so annoyed and angry and scared, because I know Russian men can be like, they're a specific type. Unfortunately, many of Russian men of this type live in Vietnam, and they like, I can't explain how they act, but they're just very annoying and disgusting and just ew. And I'm scared of such men because like they can be aggressive, they can like, and when I'm alone, I'm not sure how to protect myself. And I was thinking yesterday, I was so scared that they're going to follow me on my bike because like I was preparing to drive when it happened. And then on my way back I was looking in the mirrors and like, oh my god, please don't follow me. I have some kind of paranoia of people following me because it happened before and it's trauma that it's hard to get rid of. And okay, it's coming, I'm going to cry. Yes, I can cry. Alright, it's time to talk about my biggest trauma. I mean, I mentioned it briefly someday. So, when I was 18 years old, I got a call. And man said, "Hi, I'm your father." And I'm like, what the fuck? What like kind of TV show is that? Like where camera is? Turned out it's not a very fun TV show because it was my real dad who was in prison for killing 2 people. And it gave me huge trauma. It gave me huge paranoia. And I stopped communication with him. And then, after like 6 years, I think, or 7 years, I started to feel kind of better, and it was like during COVID, and I was like, all right, I kind of want to like learn more, like how it happened, like what happened, like why did he do that. I kind of wanted to understand like what led him to this decision, right? And I found his number, we spoke a little bit. I asked him to tell me his entire life story, like from the beginning, like with details, like tell me who you are, like, and how those things happened to you. And it seemed like he was waiting for it for so long, and he started to write me huge messages, like these messages, emails. And then in like he didn't explain, like he didn't talk about like big traumas during his childhood. And when he wrote about how he killed first person, he explained it in freaking details. In details. Like he wrote a message to his daughter and explained in details how he killed the person. It again gave me huge, like I stopped communicating with him, like I blocked him everywhere, and I just like, I just can't. I can't process it. I don't know what to do about it. Like I I'm happy that I'm in therapy, and my therapist told me that I'm not obligated to talk to this person, and I know I'm not, and it's nice to be able to choose who can be around you. But again, like, knowing that this is my father is insane, and it's scary, and that's why it's very hard for me to like really watch movies about like where people killed, you know. There are like moments where I can, but I'm trying not to. I mean, there is like these days every movie has sex and people who like kill someone or like just death. And it's okay, I guess, it's part of life. Both things are, but it's still hard for me to understand. What the fuck? Why? So yeah, I left Russia. I deleted my Russian social media. I disappeared for all people in Russia who knew me. Started my new life from scratch. Created new personality, new name. I always wanted to. I hated Russia so badly. And most people in Russia, especially people who were my parents, all of them. Like, I have father, I have stepfather, and I have mother, and they all are horrible people. And it's just impossible to understand their motives. It's impossible to like, they just hurt each other, themselves, everybody around them, and just live very miserable lives. And I don't want to be around such people. And unfortunately, so many people live very miserable lives and very cruel to themselves and to others. And it's easier for me to separate myself from people, from my family, from everybody who are cruel and who can't grow to be nicer to themselves and to others. I need to protect myself, and it's one of my main goals: to survive, to grow, to learn, to be kind, to be free, to create what I want. And I'm very grateful I have this opportunity, and I'm very grateful that I hope I broke the freaking pattern, because I know that for many generations people in my family were unkind. They were, I don't know, like, there was so much bullshit in their head, and I hope I can live differently. I still see many similarities in myself from my parents, and the scariest thing for me, that like, I'm born from someone who were able to freaking kill 2 people, not even one. Like, I mean, even one is like freaking horrible and insanely, but 2 is just like, seriously, like, you did it once, you went to prison, you went out, and you did it again, like, seriously. And like, that he didn't think about me. I was 3 years old, and he didn't think about his daughter, didn't think about consequences, didn't like, It's insane. And then wrote me in details about it. I don't, like, it's been long time since it happened, and I don't know how long it will take me to process it really, because it's just like insane. And I know, like, insane, like, yeah, people, we met them in our lives, and like horrible things happens to everyone, unfortunately, and it's kind of like just part of life. But I used to think that, like, oh, there are like wars for some, like, some people experience worse things in their lives. But I stopped comparing myself, and again, learning how to be kind to myself, and how to just exist and accept it. Unfortunately, I need to accept horrible things that happening in our lives. It's just a part of life. And cruel people, unfortunately, part of life as well. But I have free will, and I can choose people around me. And I think I made good choices. Like, I'm surrounded by very nice people, very kind, supportive, talented, creative. Did I say kind? Very kind people. And I moved from Russia. I removed myself from situations and places where I wasn't happy, where I didn't feel safe. Good job. Yeah. I learned many things. Learned how to listen to myself, how to support myself, how to keep going without anyone's really understanding what I'm doing, without me understanding what I'm doing, but still following my dream. I learned how to be proud of myself, and I'm very grateful for it. And I learned how to be grateful for things I do have in my life. And taking very good care of myself, of my health, of my mental health. Good job. Applause to me. Yeah. And again, it's time to be grateful for things I do want to have. I feel very cringe when I'm doing it, but it's okay. It's okay to do cringe things. Cringe things are not so bad as, you know what. Like, it's not so bad. So, I'm grateful that I earn enough money to support myself, to buy an apartment. Yes, earn money with my art. Enough money to buy myself an apartment. Did I tell you I never had an apartment? Like, I was always living, like, with my family. We were always living in rented spaces. So never in my life I had my own apartment. before. But now I'm grateful that I can buy my own apartment with my art. And I'm grateful I have an amazing relationship. And I'm grateful I travel everywhere I want. And I'm grateful I have a very supportive community that's growing every day. And people who appreciate my art, buy it, and tell me how they're grateful